What's going on, everyone? I'm probably gonna have to have a meeting with the Dr. Dude tomorrow because the credentials that I have don't work for the shit that I'm trying to do. And um, I don't want to go into like the whole like thing about dynamic key storage and all that bullshit and rotating keys, but this is why you do that. But anyways, um, what is it? So, look, a lot of good that $1 million did me because I never cashed it out. So, believe it or not, I actually like the startup I'm in because as I was dicking around in Azure Cloud, I noticed a bunch of things about how Azure is already integrated with OpenAI for a bunch of AI machine learning things. And those prompt engineering classes that I was taking through EDX, were talking about how even though ChatGPT, look, whatever the fuck Musk and Leo, the one for Brave, and Grok, the one that Musk is doing, to say that to say that it's like, oh, it's up to date data and all that bullshit. You can do that with ChatGPT too. Like all they're doing is adding an API to a database and adding embeddings to store new data and then apply it. You can do that with ChatGPT. Only instead of them doing it, they have an API for you to do that if you want to build an app on top of it. That's what it is. Believe it or not, I like the freedom of saying, ChatGPT, do this while I go smoke a bowl and all that bullshit. And then I come back, I'm like, make that function different. Let me test this out. I kind of like it, but the problem is not having capital. But I've got capital now, so I'm also getting better at reading the charts. Like the reason why I'm unstaking, why I unstaked, unstaked my Guardian node. Look, do your research, not financial advice. Look, this is the dumbest I shows if it was anyone other than Stephanie. Stupid whore. I remember specifically being drunk as shit, and I was like, this super hot Asian bitch. I'm gonna show her my Security Plus, and I pulled out. I'm gonna hold it way back here so you can't. I'm gonna show her my Security Plus, and I was like all drunk. And I'm like showing her my thingy and talking about how like I'm gonna become like a bajillionaire and all that bullshit. And I remember telling her about Bitcoin and how I got into Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure I told her about Silk Road and all that bullshit because I thought she was pretty. And I was like, I'm gonna impress this fuck out of this little bitch because I don't know if I'm gonna see her again. Since I never saw her, I told Tiffany Wang that I had $1 million. Wouldn't you know it? It was the same person. I remember thinking to myself, I was like, this bitch is gonna turn out to be something special because everyone here is a somebody. There's like fucking what was it? Chelsea Manning was there, and a bunch of like senators were there, and a bunch of like famous people were there, and I was like, all these people are losers though. Who the fuck is this Asian bitch? And I was like, this bitch is gonna end up being someone. Just I got a feeling about her. But anyways, there's someone who pisses me off. Anyways, that's not what this is about. Look, a little bit of it was I think I was just being tight-fisted when I had all the money because I didn't really, well, to be quite honest, I didn't really have any plan. I was still waiting until I got to 40 before I even thought about cashing anything out. I'm turning 40 soon, so I can do a modified version of my original plan. still want to retire and only work jobs I only want to work, and I only kind of want to work remote. So I don't want to have to take a remote job, but I would if I have to, but I don't really have to. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying is, look, I still am a Theta investor. Okay, I'm always gonna invest in Theta. The problem with me having all of my investment in Theta when I had the $1 million was I love Theta so much. She's gonna get mad at me now because like I never use that word. She always tries to get me to use that word talking to her, and I'll always be like, no, I'll just say like. But that's how much I like Theta. What do you want me to do, right? So I didn't want to sell any of it. And even when it started going down, people were like, "You should sell it. You should sell it now. You could get even more." And I was like, "No. What if I sell it? What if it goes back up?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "I'm just gonna keep working and keep buying Theta. That's what I'll do." Oh. Anyways, so I don't want to work anymore. Unless I have to. I'm having fun building apps and all that bullshit. Um, I could I could work this job or build these apps, on a plane, on a train, anywhere. Anyways, what I'm saying is Theta is around 80 cents. It's definitely going to still go up. There's ups, there's downs, there's pullbacks, all that bullshit, right? I think I've got enough of a handle on things where I can reallocate some of these assets. So I already unstaked my Guardian node. Any in a few hours it should be ready to transfer. I'm probably only gonna stake around 10,000, one meta chain, and I'm gonna move some of that into T Fuel because T Fuel does. It, oh, what is it? If you had to go like equal give and take every 10,000 T Fuel per 1,000 uh, Theta, you get more payouts for the T Fuel. So if the goal is to support the project and mine the T Fuel, I can do that with one meta chain and an elite edge node, right? I'm having a hard day of smoking weed and digging around on Azure apps, infrastructure as code. Uh, uh, I think I could easily put like look, Yearn is down to like $5,000. It's got an all-time high of $96,000, right? Sushi's under $1. It's got an all-time high of like what 20 something, 30 something. I mean, there's other cryptos that are gonna do good other than Theta. I mean, I know that. I am more likely to sell those for profits than I am Theta. So it just makes sense to reallocate some assets, put about 10K into Forex, put about 10K into other cryptos, play those swings, and then when it does get to a time to where I've made a fuck ton of money again, put some of those profits back into Theta, right? It's all relative. If Bitcoin goes to $1 bajillion and Theta goes to $20, it's sort of fucking relative, right? Filecoin's at like $4, all-time high like what 120, right? I'm just saying. And a lot of these are already partnered with Theta and all that bullshit. And then if Theta goes to $1 bajillion tomorrow, I still have 10,000 of it. But what I'm saying is, I'm just gonna do other things now. Plus, she's doing that stupid bullshit where she's like, "Oh, I'm in Korea now. Hee hee, come chase me." Well, like, I'm not come chase you, but I have always wanted to go to Korea. I'm not honestly probably the way I do things, probably gonna sell some Guardian node shit, make a bunch of money on Forex and crypto swings, put all that back into Theta, pay off a bunch of shit, then go to Korea just before I start a new job. So around like December, January. But who knows? I could just, what the fucker? I'm not, there's no need to punch things. Uh, but, uh, I mean, I could just go tomorrow. I mean, whatever. The point of the fact of the matter is, I'm recognizing what it is, the lesson that Odin has taught me, or is teaching me, to learn to take profit. Okay, like you can't eat the moral high ground. Okay, you can't live on a holier than thou attitude. It sure was great that I didn't contribute to the tax base of the war fund for the Biden regime. Fan-fucking-tastic. Now that we've done that, let's go back to, living our best life and all that bullshit. Walden Pond, over. I've Walden Ponded again. Let's go on to the next thing. So I'm taking profit. All right, guys. Peace out.